Hi there, this is Jeremiah from Cold Weather Aquaponics, and I am going to take you on a little tour of my garden. One of the things to know about most of us who do aquaponics is that we've done a lot of other things first. It's typically not the first thing that we choose to do when we're growing our own food, and you can see that that's true for me. My aquaponics is the most recent thing that I've done, and I'm going to show you some of the rest of it. So this is my big annual garden. It's sort of one large raised bed. I framed it out because my house is on a hill, and the hill slopes all the way down to JT's yard back there. And so I made sort of little tiers in the garden so I could have the garden itself be flat and the water wouldn't run off. This is the herb bed right here. There's all sorts of stuff, including radishes, chamomile, chives. What else do we have? We have a lot of cilantro, parsley. Stuff sort of germinated sporadically, so it's not amazing. Chives do great, thyme does great, oregano does great, and the radishes did great. Here's one row of tomatoes. Got some cherry tomatoes here and some more Roma style tomatoes and beefsteaks as we go along. The tomatoes are starting to be overtaken by the squash, the winter squash. We got Blue Hubbard and butternut. And they've also sort of taken over the beans. We didn't get a lot of beans this year. You can see a few beans here. We did the foot-long beans. I like them because they are easier to harvest. And you get more, and you have to cut off fewer tops. But the squash sort of beat the beans to the trellis, and so they've been shading them out, and they haven't gotten a lot. Second row of tomatoes. A lot of Romas here, a few beefsteaks. A lot of stuff's ripe. I need to harvest today. We got one empty bed that I was going to plant fall broccoli in, but I never got around to it. What's that? That's Brussels sprouts. Swiss chard is a favorite dish of ours. We make an egg casserole from the cookbook More with Less. Actually, no, it's not from More with Less. It's from Simply in Season. It's a Mennonite cookbook. We're Mennonites, so we use Mennonite cookbooks. There's some summer squash, zucchinis over there, and cucumbers. We've been making pickles recently, eating a lot of salads. There we've got our zucchinis, a couple different kinds. Here is watermelons. I don't know if we're actually going to get any watermelons this year. It's been a cold summer, and so the watermelons are just flowering as of like this last couple weeks. Over there we have peppers and eggplant. Peppers are not doing well for the same reason as the watermelon. Carrots didn't germinate all that well this year. I sowed them late. It was a little dry. Kale's doing pretty well. There's some kind of disease that they've gotten, which has gotten better as I've been spraying some of my fish tank water on them. Over here you can see chickens. Had the chickens for a while. Here's our little girls. They are excited to see me because I often feed them sunflower seeds, which they love. Chicken house is over here. One nice little feature of our chicken house, it's a tractor so I can move it, is the drawers back here. So they roost in these drawers. Pull out the drawers and you get the eggs. Just one egg today. And we've got an electric fence here. This actually works pretty well. It's a lot cheaper than an electronet fencing. You just put an electric fence a few inches away from some chicken wire, and it keeps the raccoons out, because we have lost raccoons. We have lost chickens to raccoons. I would love to lose some raccoons to some chickens. We got some bags here with mushrooms growing in it. Haven't gotten any mushrooms yet, maybe next year. Oyster mushrooms. Gotten a little bit of spores coming out, but you know, that sort of died back. I'm hoping it'll work out. And then to the perennial area over here, we've got our asparagus, you know, future asparagus forest. This has been going for a couple years now. I planted seed last year, and I tried to transplant whole plants from a farm, but that didn't work out so well. But eventually we're gonna have a nice enchanted asparagus forest for our little kid, little Cora, to walk through. Got some bunching onions, some strawberries that are slowly taking over. Didn't prepare these beds very well, so they've been slow to take over. Got some permaculture guilds with comfrey and hazelnut plants. I was doing sorrel underneath, but the sorrel kind of was choking everything else. Some onions are on the side. It's supposed to keep weeds out. Isn't really working. There you can see some of the sorrels left. You can't really, so yeah, there's the nitrogen fixing flower called blue false indigo. That is just a beautiful flower. Here you can see some nettles. Why in the heck in the world would you grow nettles? Do you want to kill yourself? No, but they do taste amazing in stir fry, possibly the tastiest stir fry vegetable on earth. We've got some black raspberries, which are a little bit out of control. I need to trim them back. but they are very tasty, although they do have seeds. I'm going to slide past the nettles, try not to poke myself. And then we've got regular raspberries here. As you can see, those have been planted just last year. They were transplanted, so they're slowly growing. I'm going to go up and show you the currants, and then that'll be the end of that. So here's our currant bushes here. They are not currently making currants, although we had quite a few currants earlier in the season, although the birds got a lot of them. And I'll show you over here, we've got our maple tree, our what do you call it? Japanese maple that we planted for Cora, so it'll grow as she grows. Over here we've got a bed of ramps, which you can't really see, and then there's some, what is that stuff? Solomon seal. That's a good shade growing plant, although it's got a little bit of sun at this exact moment. It hasn't grown a lot yet, but that's a good asparagus type plant where you can cut the shoots in the spring. And then we've got a big Norway maple here, 70-foot tall tree that shades our house out, which is nice in the summer. And we've got a silver maple over there. We tap them both, get a good amount of maple syrup. And other than the aquaponics, that's basically how we grow food. So thanks for watching.